Hi everybody, welcome back. Today's video, for various reasons, will be a short one. One reason being that I have to finish extracting the names of those who took part in the giveaway. I only have about 20 to 30 comments to go through still, but I was falling asleep in front of my laptop last night and just decided to give it up before I knock my teeth out on the edge of the desk. At the end of this video, I'll have a surprise for you. So hang on until we get there. Did you guys watch President Biden's short visit to Britain, his quick pop in at the castle? I think it was a very interesting piece of footage. Firstly, please do not read anything political into this video. I honestly know the bare basics about American politics and am not in any way making a political statement at all. This is not even an attempt to criticize. As South African, I'm definitely also not in a position to criticize, not on politics anyway. What was glaringly obvious and very, very sad is to see President Biden's decline. How anyone can still deny that the man suffers from dementia is beyond me. I am not a medical professional either, but my own grandmother suffered from dementia. The stiff gait, the small steps, constant talking about nothing in particular, like telling me at 36 or 37 that I should wear a bow in my hair as it will look so pretty. Forgetfulness, getting confused, getting lost, or losing direction. It is all too familiar, and I've seen it more than once. In my opinion, flying this man all over the world and pretending everything is all right is horrible and a form of abuse. Although I doubt he's even aware of the mistakes and gaffes he is making, I'm sure there are moments of stress when he has some clarity, and with the clarity comes the uncertainty and stress. It is terribly depressing to watch, and how his family cannot feel shame, not for him, but for themselves, for allowing him to be embarrassed and put on display like this is absolutely beyond me. Nobody should even try to convince me that his wife loves him. No, she is likely there for the international travel and clothing allowance. If she loved him, or even just cared about him, she would have protected him and cared for him. Anyway, that is all I have to say about that. And remember, this is just my opinion, not an attempt at a diagnosis or any kind of political commentary. Okay, but then there was the other older man in the footage, namely King Charles III. Now, look, as critical as I can be of King Charles, I have not said a word about King Charles's behavior since his mother died and he became king, because I chalked it down to stress. In the nearly a year since the Queen's death, I received a few stories telling me that everything is not so rosy behind closed doors. More and more stories have reached my ears about Camilla's children being concerned about her and her health, about her going to her home and personal property more often and alone, and the king going to his and alone more often than before. Please note, I'm not saying they haven't done so before. I'm saying that I'm told they are doing so more often than before. Allegedly, there had also been more temper tantrums and outbursts from the king behind closed doors than ever before. Yes, if you read The Rebel Prince and Courtiers and other books, you will know that the king has had a few tantrums, throwing things and kicking furniture and so forth. But allegedly, it has become more frequent. and with less warning than before. So, what is going on with King Charles? Is it age and health concerns? If so, I could absolutely understand it. I've been moody because of my impending birthday and minor health concerns for the past 2 weeks. Or had King Charles's position gone to his head? Is Charles on a power trip like never before? Whatever is the matter with King Charles, it is rather concerning, particularly because it's now spilling over into his public life and appearances, starting with a leaking ink pen to being irritable and even nasty towards Camilla in public and admonishing and being critical and almost, for lack of a better word, bitchy towards staff, soldiers, and others in public is just not going to wash for someone who is already not as popular as his mother, the Queen. Again, this is not about whether I like him or not. Whatever is the matter with King Charles needs to be checked out because even the behavior itself is or must be causing him stress and anxiety. And as you all know, stress and anxiety is not good for anyone's health, let alone that of a nearly 75-year-old male. Again, this is not about him being king, just like my previous commentary was not about Biden being president. It is about someone's health, be it physical and or mental health, declining in the public arena. I'm sure the royal family has the absolute best doctors available. But if the GPs are not helping, then maybe a few sessions with a psychiatrist or maybe even a neurologist may help. I don't know. I'm not trained to know. But between what I hear and can see for myself, I think Charles's loved ones need to take action. One cannot always leave it up to staff, particularly not when it may concern health issues. Okay, now to make it up to you. I received a recording of a song from a friend who lives in my area on the most beautiful piece of land I have ever come across. Many a peaceful, happy day had been spent on this huge veranda or porch, as some prefer to say, just staring out over the mountains. Peter is in his 70s and immigrated to South Africa in his late 20s, if I remember correctly. He is an excellent pianist who has composed a few pieces, albeit just for himself and friends. A few days ago, I ran into him in town and he told me he wrote a new song and will send it to me. I found it rather whimsical and rather hauntingly pretty and got permission from him to share it with you. I'll send him a link to the video and I'm sure he'll appreciate your comments and review. Peter does not profess to be a singer, but living out on a farm, he does not have a group of people he can draw on any given day to perform for him. But in my opinion, the words and melody are good, emotional, whimsical. So we would like to know what you think. Now, just a side note for those naughty buggers who may be lurking in the background. Please note that Peter Coe holds the copyright on this song and you will need his permission to use or perform it. Should you wish to do so, you're welcome to contact me for his contact details.
A love story for old people. It was inevitable that you would see through my lies. It was hardly surprising, the truth lay in my eyes. I thought that I was way too old. What chance was there for me that someone only ever dreamed of would reveal themselves to me? I was so unremarkable, you took me by surprise. So demure and alluring, I could hardly believe my eyes. I thought that I was way too old. What chance was there for me that someone I'd so yearned for would give themselves to me? All seemed too good to be true, me being romanced by you. But why, oh why only now, and not when I was 22? I'm not complaining, especially not to you. I was just wondering if you felt the same way too. You are so understanding of my strange and quirky ways. It never ceases to amaze me why you choose to stay. I'd been alone such a long time, thought solitude was my friend. Then you came along with your tenderness, and my life began again. I may be old, time passes, the days keep rushing by. What finer way to end the day than having you by my side? What finer way to end the day than having you by my side?
Okay, guys, that's it for today. Let me go get those last names so we can move along and not keep you in suspense much longer. So until we meet again on the next one, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.